Good. Good. Oh. Hey, good pass. Yeah, my bad. Here we go. Here's good. Fine.
Serve, is he? No, going back onto that right side. So that is more the bad side, but I think just letting the game develop and seeing where they can find their moments to take a lead.
So this is a do or die match in the Contenders bracket, dug up by Raffe. Garrett in transition, taking a look. Raffe is there again. Oh, and trying to go over on one, not gonna find it. Raffe hammering that ball away, giving us to our first side switch, 5 serving 2.
Yeah, giving his coach Marty Lorenz a little high five, and the coach for Tyler and Garrett being Nate Yang on this side. So a lot of fellow players as coaches here, but definitely a great swing by Raffe, taking that advantage of the wind in there.
Tyler trying to find deep corner, but gonna go into that seam. Maybe trying to use the wind to his advantage a little bit. Right now, a bright and beautiful sunny 77 degrees here on the sand. The wind about 9 miles an hour. Big Mike with the serve. On 2, and shut down at the net by Big Mike, clamping in to that seam. And it will be a timeout taken on the court for Tyler and Garrett. So a big start here in the first set for Big Mike and Raffe, leading 7-2 here, forcing a timeout, Corinne.
Yeah, I think Mike is going to do a lot of work at the net. That's his job in this, being 6'8", you know, being able to be such a force at the net is such a huge advantage for them. And they're really doing a good job being consistent on that right now. So it's still early game. I mean, 7-2 it's definitely a lead, but we'll see if they can keep it. You know, it doesn't mean the game's over at this point. We still got a lot of game left and a lot of opportunity for Garrett and Tyler to come back.
Exactly, opportunity indeed. And well, they want an opportunity to have a big check written from that $300,000 in total prize money that will be divvied up here at the Manhattan Beach Open. The granddaddy of them all, as they say. You win this Open, you get your name cemented in history on that California historical landmark known as the Manhattan Beach Pier. So coming back out of this timeout, go ahead, Corinne.
No, just one of the most coveted trophies ever, you know? Like, everybody wants their name on the pier. It's so amazing to be able to walk and see the past winners. Such a cool event and so much history behind it.
Deep roots here in the history of Manhattan Beach. Tyler with a pass on two. It'll be blocked by Big Mike.
Yeah, a lot of times you're using that option ball to distract the blocker, especially when he's running up. That is a great move, but Mike is going directly in front of Garrett and making sure he lines up before. I'd love to see him kind of fake and give that set back to Tyler and start playing around with that.
I like that. Great point, Corinne. Big Mike with the float. Tyler down the middle. Joust. And he'll get it. A joust at the net. Going to Tyler and Garrett. Great joust there from Tyler. Out of Buffalo, New York. Garrett with the serve. Big Mike doing what Big Mike does, just taking absolute rips on his side of the net.
Yeah, I'd say he's definitely a force in this match so far. It's still 9-3 for Raffe and Mike, but definitely making himself known in this game. I think that they might start having to explore other options.
Raffe standing at 6'2" with that serve. Running behind is Tyler.
Outside.
Big Mike in transition. Scooped up. Garrett chasing it down. Over on one, playing a little backyard pool volleyball with that over on one.
Raffe saying, yeah, nice set, Garrett. I'll take that. Right into the angle.
He'll take that assist. Garrett said, you're welcome. Raffe again back at the service line out of Chicago. Now resides in Redondo Beach. Best finish is a third on the AVP Tour.
Raffe's been along for a while. He's been playing here forever. Since I've come out to the beach out here, he's been a staple. So he definitely knows what he's doing. He's comfortable in these games. And even though this is an elimination game, you know, he's found himself in this position before and he knows how to handle them.
So why do you think in our sport of beach volleyball, for example, other sports, youth plays an advantage, but in beach volleyball, you kind of see the veterans and it's the old school, quote unquote, old lady volleyball that wins a lot of matches. Why is that?
Yeah, because, I mean, it's 2-on-2. There's a lot of holes in defense. You can't cover the court all the time. And the more you play, the more court you start to see, the more opportunities you're aware of, and you're able to place it in places that people aren't at. So it's definitely an experience factor, but there also is that youth that can have that stamina and ability to go through tournaments without losing any energy. So there's pluses and minuses for sure.
Big Mike going with the finesse cut shot.
Seemed like they had a little miscommunication there on what set Big Mike wanted and what Raffe gave him, but Mike adjusted.
He did. Mike seemed to have wanted that low set, but nonetheless, point.
I wouldn't be complaining if I'm up 12-4.
Tyler, nobody up. Overpass will go on two, and they'll find that point.
Tagging the back line, too. What a rip by Garrett.
and you have to utilize those freebies or quote unquote give me balls, right? So it's an overpass, you're able to go over on the option play. Corinne, why is it so important to utilize those?
Yeah, I mean, it just makes the defense on the other side have so many more things to watch out for. They have to now track the setter a lot more. Is that setter about to go over? And then that blocker has to move with them, follow them. I mean, it just disrupts a lot on the defense on the other side.
Garrett here with the serve. Standing at 6'1", out of Largo, Florida.
Wow.
Will it be an ace? It will not. On two, put away. What about a scramble play? You can't teach effort and attitude. Raffe running that one down, but it's the on two that'll just be the dagger to the heart for Raffe there.
Yeah, I love that effort by Raffe, but unfortunately, Garrett has such a quick arm. That was an amazing swing, like very fast, aggressive, took it high on the option ball. I mean, didn't give time for the other team to set up. So really smart and aggressive play by Garrett. And I think if we see more of that from Tyler and Garrett, they're going to earn a lot more points in this game and coming.
Raffe wiping off some blood, sweat, and tears there on that AVP towel. Garrett.
Switching sides here as Raffe and Mike, getting Mike out of that wind side, allowing Raffe to take that defensive ball when he's top spinning.
Raffe with the pass, taking a look, dug up. Garrett in transition will win that joust at the net. It's not always the taller guy, but it's whoever touches it second.
Yeah, and you saw Mike jump a little bit earlier, so I was worried that he wasn't going to get it, and Garrett timed it very, very well. You definitely don't want them to grab it fully first. You need to be close, but great timing by Garrett.
Garrett played at St. Petersburg's Junior College, and he will find an ace with it, bringing us to our technical timeout here in beach volleyball. We take a technical timeout when that score adds up to 21. It is 12-9. So
what a run for Tyler and Garrett. I mean, very impressive to not let that score take hold of you and just to go and be aggressive. I mean, that's the time. It's still early in the game, and it's the time to push.
Big time to push, especially because they want to be a part of the AVP League draft, which will happen here very shortly as the AVP League is going to start in less than a month. So how these athletes are stamping their ticket into the league, well, you can come and compete and win one of the Heritage Series to automatically earn your bid into the draft. Or you can go ahead and play that points game and rack up enough points to be eligible to be one of the top 5 teams. So the league will start September 14th through the 15th, and that'll be the first weekend. And the teams' names have been released on this big banner here on Stadium Court. Different stops of the league will start in LA and then head to Miami, San Diego, Austin, Palm Beach, Oceanside, Anaheim, Dallas, and then wrap with championships in Los Angeles, California. Garrett here with the serve. That ball is long. The serve always being the first line of attack, Corinne, especially at this level. You can't just lollipop it over. You have to be aggressive.
Yeah, and we definitely see that a ton on the men's side. That's why we also see a lot of missed serves sometimes. They're always aggressive. The men just have such an ability to move well and swing hard. So definitely taking advantage of the serve. I like Garrett's hybrid almost. He tosses with 2 hands and then like a float and then hits it as if it was a topspin. So I think that's an interesting serve. I'd love to do that a lot in the wind.
I love a good hybrid. Tyler now back at the service line, resides in St. Pete, Florida. A technology project manager by day, AVP Pro by night. Raffe in the middle, taking a look, and a cut shot with it will fall to the stand.
A great vision by Raffe to see that open spot. Tyler's taking a lot up there at the net. He's a big block too.
Tyler standing at 6'6", I believe. and it'll go for Garrett, being able to just inch away. It seems to be that they're plugging away here at the service line.
Score now 11-14.
Big Mike with the set. Raffe covered in transition. Raffe again. Garrett's there. No one is the call, but it'll go down for Tyler and Garrett. What a scramble play from Garrett there, picking up that cut shot and then being able to convert in transition.
It's exactly what they're going to need to get these 2 points. I mean, they've already come back. They were down 7-2. They were down significantly before the tech, and now just 2 points away from tying it up.
Exactly. Endurance, to say the least, especially when you're down by so much. How do you kind of lock it in on your side and talk in real time to make those in-game adjustments? And at this level, you have to be able to do that, and they're currently doing it.
Yeah, and not playing to the score, you know? If it kind of takes pressure off of you if you're down, you can kind of start playing a little bit more free, and maybe puts the pressure on the team that's leading to keep their lead, and right now they're 1 point away.
Talking about pressure, and unforced error will go in the favor of Garrett and Tyler. Now within a 1 point game, and a side switch after this next rally. Garrett with the serve.
Again with his hybrid into the wind.
On to action will go, and it'll bring us to a side switch. Right now, Corinne, what would you say is the good side?
Kind of hard to tell. It's definitely coming off of the wind, but maybe the side that Tyler and Garrett just moved on to.
I would have to agree with you. Basing it off of the beautiful American flag and the AVP's flags flying there off the ocean. A little onshore breeze coming out of the southwest. Tyler with the set. Garrett having finesse with that pokey. It was a pokey roll shot there.
Yeah, interesting, but we've seen that work on that side by Raffe and now Garrett. So that shot, they're both going to quite a few times, and it is working for both of them.
Tyler with the float. Raffe taking a look. A jumbo shrimp for an all-you-can-eat buffet from the Chicago native.
What a great fake by Raffe, too. He turned his body fully. He had the cut. That was his fastest shot, and instead he blows it right into the air. Really high line shot, but because he showed so much with his shoulders, he opens it up for himself.
Good, play it.
Going high hands and finding a point with it is Garrett. At this level, you have to be able to use that block to your advantage, especially because there's some big blockers out here. Garrett standing at 6'1", that's short in men's volleyball. But luckily for him, he has those hops and great hand-to-ball contact.
Feels like a tall 6'1".
There you go. Shoulders back. Big Mike, tight set. Oh, joust, and it'll go in the favor of Big Mike.
Asking if it was in the plane, but it absolutely was. That was great timing by Mike there. I mean, we had it before where he was the first one, and now he knew to wait just a little bit.
Good call there from our 0-1 Scott Long and our down ref Bob McCarthy. High line, it'll go, and they keep chipping away here. Garrett and Tyler finding their way back and very much in this ball game. Big Mike with a swing.
Little tight set, both of those.
Oh, what a scramble play from both sides. Going tit for tat there with the first ball contacts.
Yeah, Raffe and Mike holding on to their lead here, but barely. I mean, that's in a side out that they're earning that point, and it is close. So they're starting to struggle for points a little bit more.
They are. It is a hot one out there on the sand. 77, but in the sun, and with that reflection off this sand, it feels well into the 80s when you're playing.
Yeah, and the sand just gets so hot as well. You see Mike in sand socks as well as Tyler.
And I know those of you tuning in maybe in Texas and Florida saying 80s hot, come on down.
It's a dry heat.
It's a dry heat.
Maybe not by the ocean.
No. Big Mike here with the serve. Putting the pressure on Tyler out of system. Nobody up, and Tyler taking advantage. Siding his team right out. Great set there from Garrett, being able to lift that with such a great apex.
Garrett.
Garrett Peterson here with the serve. Best finish at 9th on the AVP Tour. Internationally in 13th. Raffe down the middle. And it'll go long.
Makes that 18-19, I believe. So again, within 1 point.
Forcing a timeout on the court. And we're still only in set number 1. Back and forth the entire time. Garrett and Tyler down by 4 at 1 point, but then able to just chip away at the service line and find ways to score in transition.
Yeah, definitely. I think Raffe and Mike might have gotten a little comfortable in their lead because they did start off really strong. Mike was taking everything, and now we're starting to see he got up to the net just a little bit later off of his serve and gave Garrett a few of those options. You know, I think they're finding their rhythm, Tyler and Garrett. So it'll be see how they come out, and we'll see how they answer to those the questions that Tyler and Garrett are giving them.
Yeah, answer indeed. And looking over at the other side of the bracket, we've seen a few upsets just off the top of your head, Corinne, on the women's and men's side. Do any come to mind that you might have said, oh, I did not expect to see that one?
I mean, I think the big one was the A-team, Alex and April losing first round to some qualifiers, but you know, everybody is good. Everybody is good. Even coming through the qualifier, no matter what, all these girls, all these guys, everybody's talented and anyone can win on any given day.
Garrett Peterson with the serve. Big Mike. Raffe taking a look up and over, and he is fired up. Raffe, and I will say an emotional player. I know him well enough to say that. Which can be good when things are going well on your side of the court. But he's played this game long enough to stay even keel when need be. Tyler behind. Down the line, answering back for a first ball side out. Set point for Raffe and Big Mike.
But only up by 1, so this is a big side out, either to tie it or finish set 1. Raffe, the veteran, taking his time in between icing his server, a classic.
Tyler at Raffe. Raffe looking for it, Garrett's there.
Outside.
Setting Big Mike. It'll go out of bounds, sending us into overtime, 20 apiece in our elimination match on court number 1. Giving extra life and win to Garrett and Tyler, with Tyler at the service line. Oh, and just a bit long. It was a good aggressive serve though, Corinne.
It is. That's a tough miss though. You know, you just got the point on him. You definitely want to make that one, but hey, I'll take being aggressive. Mike back to serve, expecting maybe an option play or at least trying to fake that option.
Tyler with the pass into the middle. Blocked. Oh, it'll be a net violation by Big Mike. That'll tie us up again, 21 apiece.
Just a few little things on the side of Raffe and Big Mike. I think if they can find their rhythm here, they seem to have hit that little slump, a little bit of, you know, contesting between them. I think that sometimes they're not giving each other exactly what each other want, and so you kind of see that on the court and kind of in their demeanor.
Yeah, a couple unforced errors will send this 21-21. Garrett with the serve. Owen into the tape, giving set point again to Raffe and Big Mike. Raffe here at the service line. Tyler and Garrett looking for a first ball side out.
Ooh, what a
Garrett will take it. Jumbo shrimp. It is out of bounds. And first set, 23-21 to Raffe and Big Mike. What a battle of a first set. Tyler and Garrett battling back there, being able to make plays in transition and from the service line. Curran sending us to overtime, giving the fans what they want.
Yeah, a great way to finish that game. I think if Raffe and Mike can kind of find their rhythm and keep it, they started out so strong, and I'd love to see them come out that way again. Tyler and Garrett also playing really well, super explosive, very quick balls, and if they keep that up, we're gonna have a very tight game.
Tight game indeed, and everyone battling to get a piece of that prize money. And what a fun tournament to have right out of Paris, Curran. I mean, a legendary Manhattan Beach Open after a legendary Olympic Games with beach volleyball below that beautiful Eiffel Tower. One of our 3 heritage events here on the AVP Tour, and Team USA making an appearance on the men and women's side. Both of the teams that went to represent our country are here playing at the MBO, and how special for these fans to get a courtside view of them.
Yeah, I mean, the level is so high, and the Olympians coming back, it just brings so much attention and eyes onto the sport. I think it's amazing, and that venue is absolutely gorgeous. And you know, Manhattan Beach isn't too bad either. It's beautiful here today, and yeah, I love playing at this event and being at this event. I mean, it's gorgeous. We've got a beautiful blue sunny day, and wind is just starting to pick up, still off of the ocean, but I think these players are enjoying it for sure.
Riding that momentum out of Paris, I will also say that Snoop D-O-double-G was showing some major love to beach volleyball, and I feel like we're in his neck of the woods here in Los Angeles, so maybe keep your eyes peeled if you're around Stadium Court for the VIP booth. I don't know. You never know.
Long Beach isn't too far.
Isn't too far. As set number 2 gets underway, I'm Victoria Dennis alongside Curran Quiggle. It's Raffe with the serve. Tyler with the attack. Raffe's there. In transition, it'll be blocked on the side of Tyler and Garrett. It happens so fast that you can barely see it.
I could hardly tell what side that landed on, but yeah, it looked like Garrett just ever so slightly turned his shoulders off of that block.
It'll be interesting to see if they start to switch block here. Tyler taking that pass out of system, sending a free ball. Big Mike behind on the pin, it's tight. Raffe's there, on 2. Garrett with the attack. What a play in transition from Garrett, being able to just stay patient on their side of the net.
Yeah, and great vision. They ran a nice 4 in transition, and those, you know, they usually work pretty well, but that was a great vision by Garrett to see that movement from the defender and the blocker and go to that open court.
Garrett Peterson with the serve. Top spin at Raffe. Raffe taking a look and a swing with it for a first ball side out.
Love that speed up by Raffe. He saw Tyler. Tyler was just like half a second maybe too late on that close, and he saw the opportunity and he took it right underneath his arms.
Big Mike serving at Tyler, who goes behind. A little love from the top of the tape, and that ball will fall. That tape sometimes is your best friend or worst enemy. Raffe with the pass. Down the middle, blocked. Taking a rip and getting a piece of the block with it. Point to Big Mike and Raffe. Short serve, Tyler's able to get it. Garrett's there. In transition, wow. Firing away, finding a big time point, bringing us to our first side switch. Did I speak too soon? I did, it's 3 apiece.
But I really feel like Tyler and Garrett are starting to find their rhythm. They're getting super comfortable. I mean, what a dig, a perfect dig. Beautiful set by Tyler, and just every option in the world for Garrett to hit that ball.
Raffe looking a little winded in my opinion. It is very hot out there. And that ball is out of bounds, bringing us to our first side switch. It's deep sand, Corinne, some of the deepest, if not deepest in the world. That's why so many international players come to train here. Team USA resides in the South Bay. And this sand is a beast in itself. Raffe getting up and being able to take that swing. Point for point action. Raffe trying to stay with it here in the second set. His partner, Big Mike, walking back to that service line. Tyler, high line, it'll go, beating that block of Big Mike. A point going to Tyler and Garrett.
Tyler and Garrett starting to use a little bit more shoot sets in this game, and I like that against a big blocker like Big Mike.
Tyler with the serve.
Come on.
Flipper. Oh, not picked up. What a great read from Garrett, though, being able to get a hand under that ball.
Yeah, and great effort by both of them, getting 2 touches on that. I thought that they might have a chance to get that over, but good, smart play by Mike.
Raffe with the serve. Going with the jump float, going short. Garrett behind. Oh, looking for the jumbo shrimp, going just out of bounds.
That was a great run by Raffe. I love chasing those balls down all the way. And I know he's tired, he took a little seat after that, but it's important to keep doing that. It puts pressure on the attacker of the other team. It shows them really like, hey, I've got this court. You know, you're gonna have a perfect shot to get it out of my reach. So I love that run.
Not only is it a physical game, it's a mental chess game as well.
Definitely.
Garrett behind, high line. Finding the court, there it was. They doubled down on that play, Corinne. I love it when teams do that. If it doesn't work the first time, go ahead and try it again.
Tyler and Garrett having a 3-set match of barn burner with Smith and Weber earlier this morning. So they've already got to be feeling it. Already 3 sets underneath their belt.
A jumbo shrimp will fall for Raffe there. And it was a barn burner for them in that 3-set. I mean, incredible volleyball. Big Mike on Garrett. Oh, tried to go over on 2, but not going to find it.
Good effort by Raffe there, chasing that ball down. Good touches by Mike. Be great if he could get off the net and have some vision of the other side of the court there.
Side switch here as Raffe cleans those glasses. Little sand splash. Lowering that heart rate maybe just a little bit. Tyler with the serve on Raffe, overpass, put down by Tyler. A smart serve from him. Putting that service pressure on Raffe right now, Corinne.
Yeah, I really feel like Tyler and Garrett are getting comfortable in their game. They're starting to do a lot more things. They're moving the ball around. They're comfortable chasing for the on-2 balls. Tyler shaking his head no, like I didn't touch it, but I think I saw him touch the net, so. Either way, we're tied up at 8-all.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what the call was there. I thought he touched the net as well, but our up ref is saying that it was a touch on the block. Tyler off the net and hitting at the polar, which was Big Mike getting off the net there.
Yeah, what a set by Garrett too. That pass, that is not an easy ball to set when it goes underneath the net like that.
Topspin into the top of the tape. 9 apiece. Big Mike back there at the service line. Standing at a tall 6'8". Will he find an ace?
He does.
It'll tag the back part of the end line. Just good enough to give them a 1-point lead. Some local fans in their corner there. Tyler with the pass. Behind. Will it go over? Joust. Garrett's there. Raffe. Joust. Oh, and Raffe will win that joust. But Tyler has some words to exchange.
I think that was clean. I mean, they definitely touched at the same time. Raffe just he wound up for that ball and knew that it was coming to a joust and really took advantage of that. But I understand Tyler's trying to, trying to ask the ref, hey, make sure you're looking out. Make sure that he didn't touch it first.
Scott Long up there, our up ref. Bob McCarthy, our down ref. High line, it'll go. A smooth first ball side out, bringing us into our technical timeout here in set number 2. Right now, it really does look like Tyler and Garrett have control. They have momentum. Now it's being able to string 1 to 2 more points at the service line. Can we find a way to dig to convert if you're on their side?
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking the same thing. I mean, I feel like they definitely have that momentum, but they're still down by 1 in this game, but they look comfortable, and I like the way that they're playing. So I think if they keep that level up, the longer this game goes, it could tend towards them. But if Mike and Raffe can pull this game out, then obviously that ends it there. But I also think that they're getting, a lot of things are going their way and they're playing consistently. It just might not look as steady and stable. They're definitely doing a lot over there, and Mike is just such a big blocker. It's so impressive what he can do at the net, and Raffe is making tons of amazing digs. So they're definitely using the opportunities when they get them.
Speaking of opportunities, it's going to be an opportunity to compete for one of the league teams, and the team names have been released. It'll be the LA Launch, San Diego Smash, New York Nitro, Brooklyn Blaze, Palm Beach Passion, Miami Mayhem, Dallas Dream, and Austin Aces.
Excited to see how it goes. I'm really excited to watch the league. I mean, I think it's going to be a phenomenal first year. It's going to be an interesting new format. A lot of high-level teams playing in that. The only ones that are set right now currently are Taylor's, the Taylor Crab and Taylor Sander, and Brandy and Melissa, the Canadians, who just got a silver medal at the Olympics.
First Canadian beach volleyball team to bring home a medal at the Olympics. Making history there, Brandy and Melissa. Not competing here this weekend, but we wish them well wherever they may be in their world travels. Off the top of the tape, an ace, it'll go. Tyler earning that point at the service line, a big momentum point for Tyler and Garrett.
Yeah, that's 2 quick points moving on to that side. I think that that's something that Raffe and Mike need to be aware of, making sure that they're not letting those little points get away from them. They want to finish this in 2.
Float serve from Tyler, putting the pressure on Big Mike. Run down by Garrett. In transition, a tight set. And it'll be put down by Big Mike at the net, taking advantage of that overpass.
I was worried. I wasn't sure who netted there, but somebody did.
Raffe at the service line. Garrett running behind, taking a look, going into the deep seam, that 5-6 seam, the back left corner of the court. One of my favorite swings, if you're able to get it within the foot of the back end line, your percentage of scoring skyrockets.
Yeah, and Garrett has a really nice flat, deep swing. I mean, we've seen it a lot on 2, even on that when he runs behind. I mean, it's a really hard ball to defend.
Dug up by Big Mike. Oh, and hammered straight down. What a play in transition. Dig to convert for Big Mike. Raffe leading him with that set. Man, their team needed that point.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to stop that one for sure. Anybody lets him have that one. That's a great swing. I mean, that ball was perfectly on the net by Raffe. Way to take that.
Garrett with the serve. Behind, nobody up, and going to put it away with a no-one call. Point for point action with 14 serving 13. A similar score to the first set. Raffe, scramble play, out of system. Oh, and painting the line. Being able to sneak it through. Raffe just taking a moment for himself. Sometimes you just need a moment, Corinne, and Raffe's gonna take that moment right now.
He's working hard out there.
He's working really hard out there.
One. Yeah. Yes.
I always like to see what those court mics pick up there when they walk next to the referees. 14 apiece here in the second set of an elimination match. 32 team main draw, double elimination bracket. Tyler running behind. Raffe's there. It won't go.
The winner of this game will face Troy Field and Tim Baumgren in the next round.
Troy and Tim found themselves in the finals of AVP Wapaka. A home game for Baumgren there in his neck of the woods. Garrett picked up, what a set,
wow.
And hammered down. Talk about a set in transition, giving them a 2-point lead.
Kind of said, I like the way that they're playing. They were playing very consistently, doing all the right things, and now they're starting to see their first little gap of lead.
Topspin at Raffe. On 2, Garrett's there. Blocked from Big Mike. Standing at 6'8", saying, you shall not pass. Great play there from Big Mike.
And that can be a momentum killer. Let's see how they respond. That ball landing between both of them well within reach of that ball.
On 2, nobody to be found. That point will create another 2-point lead, 17 serving 15. A total of 109 teams registered to play in the historic Manhattan Beach Open, 85 of those in the qualifier.
Snuck through for Raffe there.
Sneaking it through, saying, we'll take it. On the women's side, 94 teams competing, which is the most of any AVP event since 2019. Raffe here with the serve. Tyler being able to side his team right out, running behind there on that back set. Corinne, with the wind right now blowing towards the strand side, why is it good for Tyler to run behind?
Yeah, well, it just gives you more range and more opportunity to swing into the wind, make that ball drop a little bit faster. Tyler and Garrett have been doing a good job of that on both sides, bringing it to the strand side, running a lot of behinds and using the wind.
Scooped up, Tyler with the set, Garrett with the kill. A side switch.
And that's a big side switch. It looks like they're calling a timeout over here for Raffe and Mike. Again, I feel the momentum switching towards Tyler and Garrett. I feel like they have been, you know, playing at a high level all throughout, where we've seen some cracks in communication between Raffe and Mike.
Communication indeed, just, it's insane what you have to do to get to this level. And we talk about the qualifier, we talk about the Road Dog Live, and it's just on any given day, you really never know. And the depth of talent here at the Manhattan Beach Open, I mean, the event features 20 players who have played in the Olympics, either indoors or beach. It's just the depth of talent here on the sand in the US. It's pretty drastic. In the history of Manhattan Beach, the history of the pier itself, the California state landmark. My grandma Jan Dennis, the historian from Manhattan Beach, may I say, wrote a history book on the Manhattan Beach Pier, one of her 9 books, may I add. Hi, Granny, if you're watching. Corinne looking forward, 2 more points for Tyler and Garrett.
Yeah, to force a third there. I mean, the way that they finished that first set and then brought it into that second set, I do feel like we might be going 3 here. It looks like Raffe and Big Mike are starting to feel the heat maybe a little bit. They look a little, taking a long time in between plays. I'd love to see them bring this energy out. I mean, if they can finish it here, then that's it. You know, they still have another game today, but that's a big win. And if they go to a 3, I just feel like that's gonna help Tyler and Garrett more.
Garrett here at the service line, looking to extend this match. On 2, it will not go, bringing us to set point for Garrett and Tyler. 20 serving 16. Raffe chased down by Big Mike. It's an overpass that'll go down, sending us into a tiebreaker, a 3rd set battle. 21-16 in the favor of Garrett and Tyler. An absolute battle here on court number 1. Raffe, Big Mike taking set number 1. Garrett and Tyler really having control, Corinne, the entire time of the second set. Sure, it was a point-for-point battle at the beginning, but they're really able to find momentum. How did they do that?
Yeah, I mean, I just thought that they were playing very clean and consistently. They were consistently going behind, making Mike move. I really liked the game that they were playing. They were starting to play a little bit more faster, shoot balls out to the antenna, making that block move, and Raffe is opening up holes in their defense. So Raffe is slightly outside now of Big Mike. So definitely a good game plan by them, and you know, they're also executing it at a really high level. So if they can continue that, I think that they're playing really well. Again, if Big Mike and Raffe come out and they're able to find what they had in the beginning of that first set, if they're controlling the net with Mike there and running down every ball with Raffe, then I think that they could turn the tides, but the momentum right now is currently on Garrett and Tyler's side.
So the Floridians with the upper hand, it seems here. Corinne, you've spent some time in Florida.
Yeah, I used to live there, Ponte Vedra Beach. Shout out. I mean, it's great. I've always loved the warmth. I've always loved the beach, and it's a growing beach volleyball scene over there. Definitely. More on the west side of Florida in that St. Pete area where my beach volleyball partner, Sarah Skrimmerher Murphy, lives. But yeah, definitely a lot of good athletes that are coming out of Florida too.
I saw in the chat some fans, Corinne, asking when you're gonna be back out there.
Yeah, so I'm about halfway through my recovery. My full recovery is 6 months, so I might be able to play some international tournaments at the end of this year. And I am very much looking forward to it. I cannot wait to be back out there. Obviously missing the MBO is a hard one, and this is one of our favorite tournaments, but excited to be back out there and compete.
Well, you get a front row seat at least, and we get to chit chat a little bit with you as set number 3 is underway. Raffe with the serve, a race to 15. Tyler running behind on the pin. Uh-oh.
Oh, looked like
Tyler seemed to have landed on Big Mike there.
Looks
able
okay.
to get up and walk it off. Sometimes the initial shock of that, a blocker myself, if you catch somebody under the net coming down, it's kind of a shock factor at first, but then you gather yourself, you realize you're okay. Raffe with the serve. Raffe. Back-to-back jumbo pokies going in the favor of Raffe and Big Mike.
I like the way that they're starting out. You know, Raffe's going aggressive on his serve, and we didn't see that as much in the second set, so this is what they need in this third set for sure.
And you really have to stay aggressive in such a short battle to 15, switching on 5s. Raffe again with the serve. Not gonna go, giving Tyler and Garrett a break there. Has to be all gas, no brakes here in a game to 15. The games in the league will feature 3 sets to 15, so that'll be a different type of strategy we'll see later in the fall. Raffe with the pass. Middle set, read by Garrett. Takes a look and a cutting shot with it. Talk about vision, Corinne. He jumped, looked, and then had that thumb down cut.
Yeah, that's a great shot by him, especially with the wind. That's a very hard ball to get and make sure that it's in, and he just had so much control over that cut shot.
Garrett top spin. Big Mike saying back. Garrett's there. Oh, trying to find feet to ball there. Set was a little bit off the net. Corinne, what do you do in those situations? It's transition play for Garrett and Tyler. Great dig by Garrett. Tyler tries to roll him up there on the net, but what's the kind of give or take. You want to roll the ball up, but you have a 6'8" blocker.
Yeah, I don't mind him giving him a little bit of distance because they've been able to use the shots around. Now, if Mike gets out of there, I think that they can attack that deep side and make them return that ball and move the ball, especially with the wind picking up ever so slightly. You know, it just makes them move more.
Garrett behind. And finding a point with it, giving us a tied ball game, 3-3.
Garrett and Tyler now on to what I would consider the better side. Again, Raffe and Tyler probably on the good half of the court, but the wind's ever so slightly coming at the back of Raffe and Mike. And an easy swing into the angle. Didn't look like it took any energy from Raffe there.
It did not. A fast whip of an arm there from Raffe, being able to side his team out. Point for point battle with Raffe, the native out of Chicago. Oh, in transition, they're not gonna find it. Now a 2-point lead quickly for Raffe and Big Mike.
You know, we're starting to see a little bit of breakdown of their pass and set. That's what they did so well in set 2, that I'm surprised to see them getting Tyler and Garrett into trouble on that first pass and set.
Cut shot, it'll go, keeping his team alive. I expect a point for point battle, Corinne.
Yeah, we're within one here.
Raffe with the pass. And finding a high line. Raffe finding a little more gas in the tank there.
Yeah, again, faking into that angle, using that line outside of his body. I really love that shot. More of a slap, maybe.
Bringing Big Mike to the service line out of Plano, Texas. Serving Tyler. A little bit off, high line, it'll fall. Great attack there. Tyler identifying that the blocker pulled and then able to go high up and over the blocker to that high line. Raffe. Is that in? It is. Garrett saying that it was out. Scott saying it was in.
Now with a 2-point lead here, that's the separation they're looking for.
Raffe with the serve at Tyler. Leading him to the net. Up and over. Tight. Put it down. At the net, it's Tyler. Both teams digging in, trying to find that extra energy. Maybe they had some of that Rainstorm Clean Energy drink. They got on site here. Garrett with the serve. Big Mike. Oh, what a touch. Free ball. Raffe in transition. Nobody's up. And it'll fall right on the back of that end line. Oh my. Take your time, Raffe. We see you working back there, bud.
Great defensive plays by both of these teams. I mean, Garrett had a great change of direction there, but Raffe just finding that back line. It's hard to counter that one.
Another 2-point lead for Raffe and Big Mike. 8 serving 6. On Tyler, on 2. Blocked. Garrett, tempo set. Quick to the ground is Tyler. 7 serving 8. Side switch. Raffe saying, I'm still alive. Maybe he just likes sun tanning, Corinne. He's just laying out there on the sand, taking a half a beat.
Yeah, well, he's putting in the work over here.
Tyler with the serve. At Big Mike. Hammering it and putting it away. Flexing at the crowd saying, come on. Great set, partner.
It looked like that set even drifted a little off, but Mike is so big and he had that ball in front of him that he's able to take a rip just like as if he was on the net.
9 serving 7. Is it an ace? It is an ace! What a serve from Raffe.
Raffe acting all nonchalant back there. That's a phenomenal serve down the middle.
Raffe into the tape. Point going to Garrett and Tyler. Do or die here in a race to 15. As the fans are in and around the courts. Raffe takes the pass. And hammers it straight down.
Raffe, I think, is seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and he's like, I'm gonna put in some effort.
He's like, get me there quicker, let me put this ball away. I believe each team still has a timeout under their belt.
Again, taking that ball into the wind so that they're able to hit into the wind. I love that running behind. They're doing it pretty consistently. I think Mike is able to track it a little bit better now. So maybe some fakes or some change of movement there could be a good thing to implement.
Fixing the lines here a little bit as we get settled back in. Tyler out of system, tight set, into that deep coffin corner. 12 serving 9.
What a phenomenal set by Mike there to put that ball onto the net. Tyler did a good job staying at the net, but Raffe with his feet there just hitting it into that deep angle.
Raffe's fan base over there cheering loud and clear. Probably find them at the players' party at Esperanza later, hosted by DJ Mad Rabbit. Tyler, dug up by Big Mike. Scooped up, Garrett's there. Down ball sent. Quick play in transition. Oh my goodness. What do you expect to see at the Manhattan Beach Open? And it is this high-level, best of the crop beach volleyball. Raffe having fun with the crowd, dancing with them.
Yeah, both defensive plays over here both teams are doing a great job on that defense, and both teams are speeding it up. They're kind of moving the ball, and I'm impressed by both of them. So a lot of good ups, a lot of good turns. I mean, it's just coming down to now it's 13-9, and they have a little bit more of a lead. I don't know if Tyler and Garrett are going to be able to come and fill that gap.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Raffe looked like he was pretty winded there in the second set. I mean, he was really taking his time between each points. He's working hard. We can see it out there, but letting us know he has a little bit more left in that tank. He sees the light at the end of the tunnel, and he's making those digs to transitions. But can Tyler and Garrett right now be able to somehow finesse back-to-back momentum plays? Right now, if you're rooting for Garrett and Tyler, you need to see them get a block. You need to see them get an ace and a dig to convert. They can't wait for their opponents to make an error. They have to earn their points on their side.
Yeah, definitely, especially as Raffe seems to be waking up and coming alive in this third set.
Victoria Dennis alongside Corinne Quiggle here as we continue into the third set of the do or die elimination match. Raffe with the serve. Oh no, love from the tape. A good timeout from Garrett and Tyler, icing that serve of Raffe. Will they be able to string enough points in a row here? Garrett here with the serve. Raffe with the pass. Looks into the angle, it'll drop, bringing us to a possible match point.
And that's a great call by Mike there. I heard him angle, 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 you know, really repeating that to his partner Raffe, hearing it and taking advantage.
Big Mike with the serve. At Tyler, takes a look, a rip, sends it out of bounds, and the game will go to Big Mike and Raffe. What a ball game. Raffe and Big Mike are still alive, and we'll live to see another day tomorrow on Saturday. And what a tournament from Garrett and Tyler, playing unreal volleyball. Corinne, a couple takeaways from this last match.
Yeah, I think Garrett and Tyler played a really clean game. I mean, they moved the ball around well. In this third set, they got a little out of system in their first few contacts, their passing, their setting. And Raffe and Big Mike just came alive. I think that they came back from losing that second set really well. They forced themselves at the net. They made themselves a presence on defense and had a great job to win this game. Raffe's over here celebrating, and I'm excited to watch them later on.
Celebrating and saying, I stayed alive and won that volleyball game. Stick around, folks, as we have another men's match following this. For Corinne Quiggle, I'm Victoria Dennis. We will be back with you shortly.
Good 10, guys. Good 10.